Ever stepped into an elevator and realized you're trusting a giant metal box to launch you into the sky, stop at the perfect moment, and not overshoot like a confused intern on their first day? It glides, slows, and lands exactly where you need to be, as if it has eagle-eye precision and the emotional stability we all wish we had. But how does it pull off that buttery-smooth stop without guessing, praying, or using dark magic? I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, how do elevators know where to stop? Right here on Explaining Everything. Let's get this out of the way. Elevators are not magical portals powered by office worker despair and mall music. A control system runs them, basically the elevator's brain. This brain monitors three main things: where the elevator currently is, where it needs to go, how to avoid yeeting the passengers into the ceiling. Older elevators used relay logic, which is basically a bunch of electrical switches clicking like a robot playing castanets. Modern elevators use microprocessors, mini computers that constantly calculate speed, distance, and the perfect moment to slow down. So yes, elevators have brains. No, they don't think about their ex, but they do think about which floor you're rude enough to make them stop at. Here's the juicy part. How does the elevator know where it is inside that long shaft of doom? Sensors. So many sensors. Your elevator is basically wearing a full Apple Watch ecosystem. The main ones? Floor-level sensors. Each floor has a magnetic switch or optical sensor. As the elevator passes, the sensor goes, "Yup, you're at floor 5. Congrats, champ." It's like the elevator is checking off boxes on a vertical to-do list. The encoder wheel. Attached to the motor is a spinning disc covered in tiny marks. Sensors read these marks to measure speed, distance, direction. It's basically Fitbit for machines. The control system uses this data to calculate exactly where the elevator is, even between floors. Limit switches. These are safety guardians. If the elevator somehow gets too close to the top or bottom, a switch cuts power and says, "All right, buddy, calm down." These switches exist so you don't get a bonus floor called the afterlife. Stopping an elevator is not as simple as just hit the brake. If elevators did that, your organs would rearrange themselves alphabetically. Elevators use a three-part stopping process. Step 1, the deceleration zone. The control system knows exactly how far it is from your target floor. At the perfect moment, it slows the motor. Not too early, because that's awkward. Not too late, because that's a lawsuit. It's all calculated using real-time sensor data. And the elevator does this smoothly enough that you barely notice the transition. It's basically doing math gymnastics while pretending it's calm. Step 2, fine-tuning. As the elevator approaches the landing zone, the sensors work overtime. The control system adjusts the speed in microseconds so the elevator arrives perfectly level. Why? Because if the elevator stops even 1 to 2 centimeters off, people trip, coffee spills, lawsuits blossom, elevators take leveling seriously. It's their version of presentation matters. Step 3, the actual brake. Elevators use spring-operated friction brakes, normally held open by electromagnets. When the system says, "Stop!" the power cuts, the electromagnets release, and the brakes clamp down on the rails. This is a fail-safe design. If power fails, the elevator automatically stops instead of dropping like a depressed cartoon anvil. Hollywood lied to you. Sorry. Real elevators do not fall freely. Ever. Here's something fun. Elevators not only know where to stop, but they also know who to stop for. This is called dispatching logic. And yes, it sounds like something John Wick would use, but it just organizes elevator traffic. Basic elevators follow collective control. If you press 3 from inside, it stops at 3. If someone presses down 5 times, it stops at 5. If it's already heading down. This prevents the elevator from chaotically zigzagging like a confused Roomba. But modern elevators, especially in skyscrapers, use AI-based algorithms that group of passengers going in the same direction. Choose the fastest route, reduce wait times, avoid unnecessary stops. It's basically grab car, but vertical and less angry. Some fancy buildings even use destination control, where you type your floor before entering. Then the system says, "Go to elevator B." That is your chariot now. It's weirdly authoritarian, but extremely efficient. So, how does the elevator know where to stop? Because it's secretly a genius. It uses sensors to track its position, encoders to measure speed switches to avoid doom, smart control systems to hit the exact level logic algorithms to choose where and when to stop, all working together to make sure you get to your floor safely, smoothly, and without becoming a pancake. So the next time you step into an elevator and casually trust it with your entire spine, just remember, there's a brilliant little robot brain behind the scenes, doing math at hyperspeed so you don't have to take the stairs. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.